So Michael Burry covered what, half of his Palantir short at 107 a couple weeks ago, or was that a month or two ago? Whenever that was, I think when the stock got down to 105 on that drawdown back in the end of June, and he got his face completely torn off as Palantir obviously ripped after that. And by the way, guys, I went long Palantir at what, 107? I added some at 109, 117, and I've since sold out of that position. Quick trade. But yeah, he got his face torn off as Palantir now has gone to $175. And Burry, guess what? He's doubling down on his short position. And he only covered half of his short position at 107, wherever that was, right? And again, he's gotten demolished since that point. I forget when he entered the short position, but I don't think it was above 178. No way it was, considering Palantir hasn't been above 178 all year, So Burry is going deeper, right? So we're going to break down Palantir in this video, the charts, what Burry's doing, my thoughts, where my head's at. So guys, hit the like button. Make sure to subscribe. Join my Patreon if you want to keep up with my trades, portfolio updates, private Discord community. All that's linked down below, pinned in the comments, in the description box, the bio. You guys know where to find the link. So again, Burry is doubling down. Right now, he reestablished out of the money put options expiring in March of 2027. So we're looking at about 7 months out, with strike prices in the low to mid $100 range. So he's taken advantage, obviously being a bear, which I'm not a bear, full disclosure, I'm not, but he's taken advantage of these elevated prices as premiums for puts are getting slaughtered, right? He's taken advantage and doubling down, going deeper into his trade with strike prices in this range down here, right? Between, he said low to mid hundreds, so we can assume 110, 120, 30, 40. I'm sure he scattered them across that range. So he thinks Palantir, now that it's at 175, and by the way, we're up on the day about 0.25% as the entire market is down except for the Russell. So he thinks Palantir is going to come down, let's say another 20, 25, 30% from here. So he thinks this rally, in other words, is not legitimate. He thinks it's going to go all the way back down to where it was a couple weeks ago, which it could, who knows, but I think that's doubtful. I think this breakout, although I do think we need to pull back, I think a lot of these gains are going to hold on Palantir stock. We're overall breaking out of this 160 resistance. We're at a fresh year-to-date high. The stock's completely breaking out. I don't think we're going back to the low hundreds unless the Qs go down 10, 20%, unless the S&P goes down 10%. Okay, maybe at that point we might go down low hundreds again, but the lowest I see Palantir going is 140, 50, maybe on a bigger drawdown, but I think we'll respect this 155, 60 resistance, which is now support. I think we hold that. That is where, okay, if we pulled back, I could see us going to, but not much lower. Not much lower. And Burry thinks, obviously, we are going much lower. And like I said, he's going into these puts as overall the premiums have come down. We've seen a drop in IV. And this follows a period earlier in the year where, again, he covered that position at 107. So, yeah, he just thinks that Palantir, amongst other AI stocks, are way overvalued, way overbought. And he's known for being, obviously, a short seller. And he makes all these bets. He makes so many freaking bets, and not all of them go right. In fact, most of them don't work out. They don't play out. And he had one great call in '08, The Big Short, the movie made about him, obviously. And now everybody talks about him. Obviously, I'm here making a video about him, and he gets all this publicity. And I think, personally, a lot of his moves are to kind of stir up the retail investor community, freak out retail, because he knows he has that power, that leverage, if you will, where if he makes a big move, a bold move, guess what? It's all over CNBC. It's all over the financial media. We have all these content creators making videos on it, and it becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy at that point. And he knows what he's doing, so I still talk about him, but I'm at a point where maybe I shouldn't talk about Michael Burry because I'm feeding into the beast, if you will, and giving him more publicity, giving him more of not that I get millions and billions of views, right? I guess I do get millions of views on my shorter form content, but if I make a video, then maybe that guy makes a video, and again, it becomes a point where it's a self-fulfilling prophecy. We have all these eyes on Burry, and for what? I mean, I think, yeah, he makes some good calls, but not all his calls. In fact, most of his calls are not good. Although I am happy he's in Mercado Libre. I think he's long shares. I don't know if he's long call options, but he's in Mercado Libre, which I'm long Mercado Libre. So that, okay, I can get behind that. But a lot of his moves, I just don't agree with. He's short Nvidia. He's short Nebius. I forget what he's short at this point. But yeah, I mean, he's not doing the best on some of those calls. Yeah, he nailed the Palantir move, but it's gone up 70% off the lows. So, it's like, I don't know. I think he might regret being long all these AI stocks. Oh, yeah, he's also, or short rather, all these AI stocks. And he's also short Micron, which that has worked out. And Micron has really lost momentum, guys. I mean, the bulls are nowhere to be found. So, yeah, he is making money here. I think he went short at 1,050, but for how much longer is Micron going to be suppressed? I mean, yeah, we do have a descending triangle. This could go lower, but for how much longer? With the fundamentals that Micron has, with the earnings that are projected to come in 2027, 2028, how much lower is the stock going to go? I just don't see it going much lower right now unless something massively shifts fundamentally with the company. The story around memory, maybe demand goes down, maybe we get another China scare, Maybe that sends it much lower, but with the current fundamental landscape, I just think Micron will be up more. It will go up in due time. It's just in a period where it's out of favor. People are spooked, but I think we'll go back to $1,000, maybe higher. And I think Burry is going to get his face torn off unless he covers his short, which I think he will before that happens. And again, we're in Mercado Libre together. That's exciting considering it's up 6.5% today in the midst of a red day. But again, most of his moves I just don't agree with. And Palantir, going back to Palantir, the fundamentals just keep getting better and better. Yeah, it might be trading at a lofty valuation, but often these unicorn companies, right, they grow into their valuations. The stocks don't come down to a point where the valuation makes sense, because these companies, these stocks are very sought after by investors. People want to own these stocks because they believe in the stories, and the stories are so, the fundamentals and the story around the company, it couldn't be better. And look, Palantir has been showing that to us for the last couple of years, and the fact that the stock trades expensive it's because at the end of the day, there's so much demand to own the stock for the shares. People want to be a part of the story, and if it were down to, let's say, 20 times earnings, that would actually scare me. I would be like, why is Palantir down at 20 times earnings? Are investors not believing in the story as much anymore? Has the hype died down? Not that it's a hype stock, but has the investor base fallen apart? That would actually alarm me if Palantir traded down that low. But at this point, again, investors believe in the story, and it is a unicorn company, and if a company is a unicorn company, sometimes the valuation always seems high on paper, but they ultimately grow into it. And the stock never really pulls back to that valuation that you want to buy it at. Just saying, not saying that's guaranteed to happen here with Palantir. It might collapse, who knows, but I just don't see it personally. So what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. Hit the like button, make sure to subscribe, do all that good stuff. Join the Patreon if you want to be a part of the community, the private Discord, see my portfolio updates, my real-time trade alerts. All that's linked down below, pinned in the comments, or go to stassrfs.com/Patreon, and you guys can see it in the description box, in the bio. It's hard to miss. I'll see you all in there, and with that being said, have a great rest of your day.